Spider-Man's first 100 comic books issues are some of the most legendary stories ever told, packed with iconic villains, epic battles, and covers that changed Marvel forever. Today, we're breaking down every single issue from 1 to 100. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into one of the greatest comic book runs of all time, The Amazing Spider-Man. That's right. We're going all the way back to the 1960s, baby, when Stan Lee and Steve Ditko first brought Peter Parker, the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, to life.
Issue 1.
In his first solo comic, Spider-Man struggles to earn money and to be accepted by the public after the death of his uncle, when J. Jonah Jameson turns the media against him. One of my favorite characters in the series. He's great. Peter tries to prove himself by saving Jameson's son from a space capsule crash. Later, Spider-Man joins forces with the Fantastic Four, only to be rejected, and faces his first real villain, the Chameleon, and a team-up of the Fantastic Four cameo. This issue establishes Peter Parker's struggles between heroism and responsibility.
Cover art rating. Issue 2.
Spider-Man faces two brand new foes in this action-packed issue. First, he battles the Vulture, a winged thief who terrorizes New York from the skies. Using his scientific smarts, Peter creates a device to disrupt the Vulture's wings and defeats him, earning his first photo sale to the Daily Bugle. In the second story, Spidey takes on the Tinkler, what a name, a repairman secretly helping alien spy on Earth. Peter uncovers the plot and destroys their base.
Cover art rating. Issue 3.
Dr. Otto Octavius, otherwise known as Dr. Octopus, debuts in his first full villain role after establishing himself in the previous issue. He uses his four mechanical tentacle arms to commit crimes and challenges Spider-Man, Peter Parker. Juggling college and his responsibilities, faces Octavius in a battle of skill versus science. Spider-Man narrowly foils Octopus's schemes and the police get involved. This is the first full appearance of Dr. Octopus as the arch-villain we know. It establishes Doc Ock as one of Spider-Man's most intelligent, personally dangerous foes. It also continues the Lee Ditko pattern of blending Peter's teen problems with supervillain action.
Cover art rating. Issue 4.
The Sandman, fluctuating between criminal and tragic figure in later years, makes his first appearance as a new street-level menace. He uses a sand-like body and shapes to commit robberies and to attack Spider-Man. Spider-Man must improvise methods to stop a foe who isn't harmed by normal attacks. This is an early example of the comic's inventive take on power and fight choreography.
Cover art rating. Issue 5.
Doctor Doom schemes to recruit Spider-Man to defeat the Fantastic Four, but the plan backfires. Spider-Man saves Flash Thompson, who was mistaken for him.
Cover art rating. Issue 6.
The Lizard debuts in the Florida Everglades. Spider-Man travels south, discovers his true identity, none other than Dr. Kurt Connors, and manages to cure him.
Cover art rating. Issue 7.
the early aerial villains, the Vulture, returns. The Vulture has been introduced earlier in number 2. This issue focuses on skyborne thievery and Spider-Man's attempt to stop aerial raids while dealing with Peter Parker's personal responsibilities. This reinforces Spider-Man's role as a guardian of New York and strengthens the gallery of recurring rogues.
Cover art rating. Issue 8.
Spider-Man faces the living brain, a supercomputer turned dangerous. Meanwhile, Flash Thompson fights Peter Parker in a boxing match at school.
Cover art rating. Issue 9.
Electro makes his first appearance, shocking Spider-Man with his electrical powers. Spider-Man eventually grounds him with rubber insulation.
Cover art rating. Issue 10.
The Enforcers, Montana, Fancy Dan, and Ox debut, helping crime boss Big Man, Frederick Foswell. Spider-Man defeats them, though the Big Man escapes.
Cover art rating.
And that wraps up the first 10 issues of The Amazing Spider-Man. Already, we've seen Spidey face off against some of the most iconic villains, from the Vulture to Dr. Octopus, and we've watched Peter Parker struggle with the double life of being a hero. But trust me, things are only going to get bigger, bolder, and crazier from here on. Let's swing right into issue 11.
Issue 11.
Dr. Octopus returns, kidnapping Betty Brant's brother to force repayment of a debt. Spider-Man rescues him, but Betty blames Spider-Man for her brother's death.
Cover art rating. Issue 12.
Doc Ock captures Spider-Man in front of the Daily Bugle staff, unmasking him, only to dismiss him as just a teenager pretending to be Spidey.
Cover art rating. Issue 13.
Mysterio makes his first appearance, tricking Spider-Man with illusions and framing him as a criminal. Peter clears his name and exposes Mysterio.
Cover art rating. Issue 14.
The Green Goblin debuts, teaming with the Enforcers. Spider-Man battles them inside a Hollywood cave, but is interrupted by the Hulk.
Cover art rating. Issue 15.
Kraven the Hunter is introduced. He teams with the Chameleon to defeat Spider-Man, but Spidey outsmarts them both.
Cover art rating. Issue 16.
Spider-Man teams with Daredevil for the first time to defeat the Ringmaster and the Circus of Crime.
Cover art rating. Issue 17.
The Green Goblin returns and battles Spider-Man at a public appearance. Human Torch intervenes, and Peter faces growing public hostility.
Cover art rating. Issue 18.
Peter considers quitting as Spider-Man as Aunt May's health worsens. The Green Goblin seizes the chance to attack, but Spider-Man rebounds.
Cover art rating. Issue 19.
Sandman and the Enforcers ambush Spider-Man, but the Human Torch lends a hand, cementing a rivalry friendship with Spidey.
Cover art rating. Issue 20.
The Scorpion debuts after J. Jonah Jameson funds the creation of a stronger foe for Spider-Man. The villain nearly kills Spidey before being stopped.
Cover art rating.
20 issues in, and Spider-Man's world is packed with danger, drama, and unforgettable moments. We met more villains, watched Peter's personal life get complicated, and seen Marvel start to perfect its balance of action and heart. We're just scratching the surface. Next up, issue 21.
Issue 21.
Spider-Man teams with the Human Torch against the Beetle, who has kidnapped Torch's girlfriend, Doris Evans.
Cover art rating. Issue 22.
The Clown and the Circus of Crime return. Spider-Man once again defeats them, but public suspicion of him continue to grow.
Cover art rating. Issue 23.
The Green Goblin manipulates organized crime leaders, but Spider-Man intervenes. Foswell, revealed as the Big Man, re-enters the Bugle staff under a new identity.
Cover art rating. Issue 24.
Mysterio returns disguised as a psychiatrist, attempting to convince Spider-Man he's insane. Peter sees through his ruse and defeats him.
Cover art rating. Issue 25.
J. Jonah Jameson unveils a Spider Slayer robot to capture Spidey. Designed by Spencer Smythe, Spider-Man barely escapes.
Cover art rating. Issue 26.
Crime bosses feud as the Green Goblin and Crime Master battle for control of New York's underworld. Spider-Man is caught in the crossfire.
Cover art rating. Issue 27.
The Green Goblin and Crime Master clash, ending with the latter's death. Spider-Man remains unable to prove Green Goblin's true identity.
Cover art rating. Issue 28.
The Molten Man debuts, gaining strength and durability from a chemical accident. Spider-Man defeats him, but struggles with his growing responsibilities.
Cover art rating. Issue 29.
The Scorpion returns for revenge. Still enraged at both Spider-Man and J. Jonah Jameson, he escapes prison and wreaks havoc across Manhattan. Spider-Man battles him in a fierce rooftop showdown, barely surviving the fight. Despite saving Jameson's life again, the editor continues to slander him. This issue reinforces the theme that Spider-Man's heroism often goes unrewarded.
Cover art rating. Issue 30.
The cat burglar strikes, but Spider-Man thwarts his thefts. Meanwhile, Betty Brant and Peter's relationship continue to strain.
Cover art rating. "30 issues down, and Spider-Man is firmly established as one of Marvel's top heroes. The stories are sharper, the action more intense, and the covers, they're some of the most striking of the Silver Age. Let's keep the momentum going with issue 31. Issue 31.
The debut of Gwen Stacy and Harry Osborn. Peter starts college while Aunt May falls gravely ill. A mysterious new villain, the Master Planner, lurks in the shadows.
Cover art rating. Issue 32.
Spider-Man searches desperately for a rare serum to save Aunt May. The Master Planner's men try to stop him, leading to one of Spidey's most desperate battles.
Cover art rating. Issue 33.
Iconic lifting sequence issue. Trapped under rubble and drowning, Spider-Man summons the willpower to escape, obtain the serum, and save Aunt May.
Cover art rating. Issue 34.
Kraven the Hunter returns to New York, determined to defeat Spider-Man and prove himself the ultimate predator. Using jungle-inspired traps and hallucinogenic darts, Kraven tests Spider-Man's strength, reflexes, and wits across the city. Despite being weakened, Spider-Man's determination and agility allow him to outsmart Kraven and capture him to the police. This issue highlights Spidey's resilience and Ditko's dynamic action sequences, showcasing the ongoing battle between instinct and intellect. Man versus Hunter. Awesome issue.
Cover art rating. Issue 35.
The Molten Man returns, using his superhuman durability to commit crimes. Spider-Man narrowly defeats him again.
Cover art rating. Issue 36.
A petty criminal finds a meteorite that gives him superhuman strength, becoming the looter. Spider-Man must stop him before his greed causes disaster. The battle showcases Spidey's agility and quick thinking, ending with the looter's arrest. Meanwhile, Peter's friendships at college begin to grow, but his double life keeps him distant. A lighter, more adventure-driven tale following several emotional issues.
Cover art rating. Issue 37.
Spider-Man faces Mendel Strum, the Robot Master, who seeks revenge against Norman Osborn. Norman is revealed to have a mysterious, shady past.
Cover art rating. Issue 38.
The villainous looter returns. Meanwhile, tensions rise between Peter, Gwen, and Flash at college. This is Steve Ditko's final issue as an artist on The Amazing Spider-Man.
Cover art rating. Issue 39.
The Green Goblin unmasks Spider-Man as Peter Parker. This is the start of the classic Stan Lee, John Romita Sr. era.
Cover art rating. Issue 40.
The Green Goblin is revealed to be Norman Osborn, father of Harry Osborn. A battle leaves him with amnesia, forgetting Spider-Man's identity.
Cover art rating.
Wow, 40 issues and Spider-Man's world just keeps expanding. We've seen epic battles, heartbreak, and some truly unforgettable cover art. But the best is yet to come, because issue 41 through 50 introduce new villains, classic showdowns, and one of the most iconic Spider-Man stories of all time. Let's dive in.
Issue 41.
First appearance of the Rhino. Spider-Man struggles against his raw power. Aunt May introduces Peter to Mary Jane Watson, though her face is still hidden.
Cover art rating. Issue 42.
Spider-Man defeats the Rhino. Mary Jane Watson makes her first full face reveal with the iconic line, "Face it, Tiger, you just hit the jackpot."
Cover art rating. Issue 43.
Spider-Man battles the Rhino again. Mary Jane and Gwen begin competing for Peter's attention.
Cover art rating. Issue 44.
Spider-Man defeats the Lizard, curing Kurt Connors once more.
Cover art rating. Issue 45.
Continuing from the previous issue, the Lizard returns to New York, forcing Spider-Man into a desperate chase through sewers and city streets. The story balances intense action with Peter's emotional guilt. He knows he must stop Connors without killing him, the Lizard's humanity, and Spider-Man's compassion. make this one of the series' more heartfelt early arcs.
Cover art rating. Issue 46.
First appearance of the Shocker, who uses vibration gauntlets. Spider-Man manages to stop him, despite the overwhelming force of his attacks.
Cover art rating. Issue 47.
The return of Kraven the Hunter. Kraven seeks revenge for his earlier defeat and targets Harry Osborn, mistaking him for Spider-Man's ally. As Peter juggles school, friends, and hero duty, he saves Harry and defeats Kraven in a fast-paced jungle-style battle in the heart of the city. This issue also continues Peter's friendship with Harry and his complicated feelings for Gwen.
Cover art rating. Issue 48.
A new Vulture takes flight. When the original Vulture, Adrian Toomes, shares his secret tech with another prisoner, Blackie Drago, the younger criminal steals it and becomes the new winged menace. Spider-Man, weakened by illness, fights both the weather and the villain in midair. Despite his weakness, he wins, proving once again that courage and willpower outweigh physical strength. A solid, character-driven classic.
Cover art rating. Issue 49.
In this issue, Kraven the Hunter returns to New York, eager to prove himself by defeating Spider-Man once and for all. He joins forces with the Vulture, Adrian Toomes. Together, they form a dangerous alliance to bring Spider-Man down. Spider-Man uses his agility and quick thinking to outsmart both villains, turning them against each other, restoring Spider-Man's confidence and reminding readers why he's a true hero, even when the odds are stacked against him.
Cover art rating. Issue 50.
A masterpiece, one of the most famous Spider-Man stories ever told. Tired of the endless burden of being misunderstood and unloved, Peter Parker gives up being Spider-Man. He throws his costume into a trash can and walks away. But when crime rises and an innocent man dies, Peter realizes he can never escape his responsibility. Donning the mask once more, he defeats a powerful new foe, the Kingpin, making his first appearance. This issue's closing panels, Spider-Man swinging through the city again, remaining amongst the most iconic images in comic book history. A true classic.
Cover art rating.
We've officially reached the halfway mark. 50 issues of web slinging action. And what a milestone it is, with Spidey's greatest challenges yet, and one of the most legendary comic book covers in history. But don't go anywhere. Issues 51 through 60 bring even more intensity and unforgettable moments. So if you enjoyed this breakdown and cover rating journey, make sure to like, subscribe, and stay tuned. This is Nasser Subashi. Keep on creating, keep on dreaming, and most importantly, don't forget to have some fun in the process. Until next time.